Hey y'all, I'm Sean Hamilton, and today we will be doing the square braid. You guys should have got two pieces of plastic lacing of different colors. For me, mine are red and blue. However, I will be using two pieces of rope today, so that way it's just a lot easier for you guys to see exactly what I'm working with. Alrighty, y'all, so you should have your two pieces of laces in which you will put them together. So you'll bring two of the tips together and then stretch it all the way down and pull all four together now. And so you should have two of the bites and you'll pull those upside down. So these should maximize and ensure that it is equal on all four sides. And then from there, you want the rope that is vertical to you. You want to cross that over on both sides, making it two different loops that are going over top of your horizontal piece of lacing. And then from there, you want to take your horizontal one and put it over top of the first loop and underneath of the second one. And as you grab the second one, you want that to go over top of the first one and underneath the second one. You want to try and make sure it doesn't come loose, because if it does, that could cause a lot of problems for you. And then slowly tighten each side. Give each one of these a little bit of a pull each at a time to slowly tighten it until you get a square like this. This square is what you are aiming for, so that way you can have that on the bottom. The first time around it is pretty challenging, so you might have to try two, three, four times. I've definitely done it multiple times, and it does become challenging. But once you get there, it should be pretty simple after that. It is the exact same thing from there on out. You take it and you use your vertical rope to make two loops, and then you take your horizontal to go over top of one and underneath the next one. And then take the other one and go over top of one of your vertical ropes and underneath the second one. And then from there, you should have another little square like we did before. And then from there, you're going to grasp that down tightly and pull one rope at a time, making sure that you can tighten it up a little bit. So that way, what it'll appear to be is two of those squares that we have made sitting directly on top of each other. And then from there, you should have two of those squares sitting on top of each other. Should look exactly like it did before. And then you're going to do that one more time. As you can see, I have flipped it. So originally I had it facing one direction, and I have moved, so my vertical rope has changed. That does not affect you at all, as long as your vertical rope is making the loops and your horizontal rope is going through the loops. So going over top of the first one, underneath of the second one, taking the second rope, going over top of the first one and underneath of the second one without making them cross. And then once you do that, you should have what appears to be a very loose square, to where you grab it down and you pull each side, tightening it slowly until you get the entire square to be tight, which should appear like three of these little squares stacked on top of each other, and it should look just like that. In which case, now you will continue to do that until you get up to top. I will see you when I get there. Alrighty, y'all, so you should be finished with your square braid. I have finished mine with the rope. However, I have also finished mine with some plastic lacing. Now, these are really cool and have a wide use of purposes that you can use them for. One thing that you can do is, after you cut off some of the lacing, you can tie it to an epaulet on your field uniform, which can just make it look really cool, add some swag to it, have a lot of fun with it. You can also add them to keychains, different things like that. Tie it on your backpack, tie it to a water bottle, just little things like that that can add some pop, flair, some fun to your activities. So thank you so much for crafting with me today, and I'll see you later.